Whew. Oh my goodness, it's already 7. Ugh, I've done nothing today except lay in bed and read the back of this shampoo bottle. How'd this even get here? Regardless, I have no motivation to do anything, especially not my homework. Oh man, this stinks. If only there was a video guide about online learning that could help me get my motivation back. What's this? Blair's Tips, Tricks, and Resources for Online Learning, Episode 5, Motivation. Maybe I should pop this into my laptop and see what it's all about. Let me just... Oh, my legs don't work. Really hope this doesn't give me a virus. Alright, let me log in. Alright, let's get this show on the road. Hi, Blair from Distance Ed here at CMU, back again to share some more tips, tricks, and resources to help you make the best out of your online learning. Today I'm going to be covering motivation with online learning. Now, a lot of my friends and family members who have been going through this online learning experience, they've shared that this is one thing they've struggled the most with, is getting that motivation to, actually get up and do the online coursework, do the online studying when you're already stuck inside and you don't have to go to class or anything like that. What do I do to get that motivation back? I personally experienced this myself too, even with online classes I've had in the past before all this. So I want to share with you today some tips and tricks to help you get back that motivation. My first tip is to create and maintain a workspace that is inviting, comfortable, fun, and effective for your needs and goals when it comes to online learning. Now, my coworker Ed already made a video about how to create said workspace, so I won't dive too much into the details about that. But I will say that if you have a workspace that you don't mind working in, and actually want to work in, because it's comfortable, it's inviting, it'll help maintain that motivation, and you'll feel more motivated to want to go to that workspace and want to work. My next tip is to create a schedule and routine that is realistic and applicable to your online learning goals and needs. Now, creating a routine and schedule that's specific to those goals and needs will help make sure that when you do work on your coursework or you do study in those times that you plan for, there won't be a risk of burning out, feeling overwhelmed, because you plan for that. You know yourself better than anybody does, and especially when it comes to how your study habits, your work habits, everything with that. So creating a schedule and a routine for your online learning that is specific for you will help keep that motivation, because you won't get burned out. You won't feel overwhelmed. You'll be able to get stuff done on a timely manner and won't have to rush through things because everything is planned out to your specific needs. Kind of with that, my next tip is to utilize a reward system when it comes to online learning and studying and all that. What I mean by that is when you get done with an assignment or studying, reward yourself with either, watch some Netflix after, play some video games. If you really enjoy working out, you could exercise, take a run around your house or your apartment building, something that you enjoy, and have that reward set up before you go into that assignment or study session, because you could you're motivating yourself through, like, okay, if you get through this, afterwards you have, a Netflix binge right after, or you have, if you enjoy cooking, you have a roast that you're going to be making that night. So it's an external motivation, but that can help a ton if you're really struggling with getting that motivation. Now, with that, you can very easily just get the reward without having to do any of the homework or anything involved in getting that reward. But you're only hurting yourself by doing that. As somebody who's procrastinated a lot in their life, I can tell you there's no better feeling than being done with an assignment or a paper or a study session, and then going into, relaxing, going for an exercise without having that worry in the back of your head, like, oh, I still have this to do. It gives you a peace of mind, and it just makes you a whole lot better getting what you need to have done, so then you could actually enjoy more of whatever activity or thing that you're doing as a reward. And on the same page of that reward system tip, I found a quote online today that said, the sooner you do this, the sooner you do something else. And I really believe that's a great state of mind to have when it comes to, online learning or just getting homework done or anything that you might not enjoy as much. Because it's true, the sooner you get that done, the sooner you can do what you actually want to do done. So if you're struggling to have that motivation, keep that in mind. The sooner you get through this, the sooner you can get to what you want to do. My next tip kind of plays off of the reward system, but it's just to take breaks. Now, one of the reasons we lose motivation is because we get burned out, overwhelmed, we're just doing too much at one time. And taking breaks can help us kind of clear our head, collect our thoughts, give us some peace of mind so that when we go back into our homework or studying or whatever, we feel a lot better and we're not stressed when we go into that. So my last tip is to remain social during all this. Online learning can be very isolating and lonely because it's just you and your computer. There's no face-to-face interactions with professors or classmates, or you're not in that classroom environment. So it can make you feel very less motivated because it's like, what's the point? It's just me and my computer. So to counteract that, I highly encourage you to reach out to your fellow classmates, your professors, friends, family members, whether it be via video chatting or just a regular call. Just chatting with them, talking about what you're going through, what they're going through. It can make you feel a lot more motivated and a lot more better during all this. Sometimes all we need is a good venting session. So, getting in contact with somebody and just venting to them and letting them vent to you can work wonders with your motivation levels. With all that said, one last thing I want to touch on is if you're feeling very unmotivated, discouraged, or just feeling very low during this time, I highly encourage you to reach out to somebody, whether it be a friend or family member, or a medical professional, somebody that can help you through this. At the Student Wellness Center, they're doing telehealth appointments where you can get in contact with a therapist and kind of talk through with them about what you're going through and what you're feeling, and it can help out a ton, especially during this. If you want to get more information on that, go to the virtual resources for students page on the Colorado Mesa University website or through MavZone and click on the Student Wellness tab, and it'll bring you a whole lot of information to improve and maintain your overall wellness during this time. So I highly encourage you to look at that and just reach out to somebody if you're really feeling down during this time. I hope these tips bring back some motivation in you, some way or somehow. We're right there. We're right at the finish line. Only a few more weeks until the end of the semester, so we're almost there. You can do this. Anyways, until next video, remember to stay safe and to wash your hands.